nobody's buying it. This whole thing. She fell overboard.
His official statement, though, it doesn't look good for him. He said, Natalie, would never kill her.
It's America's stupidest podcast. Think NPR for dummies. This is the McGonigal Podcast. Over to you, dummy.
Another episode of the McGonigal Podcast, America's stupidest podcast. We're back, episode 47. Somehow we did 47 of these awful things. I don't know what's going on. Have a good panel tonight. Well, we'll see. We have a good panel. Two great comics. On my right, John Kensil is here. John.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. And on my left, Chip Chantry is here. Chip, how is it possible this is the third time you're on this awful podcast? You had to fire your agent, but you were on this stupid podcast 3 times. How is this possible?
He has a monkey's paw.
Yeah. I feel like I'm trying to think of a regular guest on like the Tonight Show, but
Charles Nelson Riley.
yeah, like Charles, yeah.
It's funny about it. He was on the show like 1,000 times.
I think it was like some people would just like live in Burbank and they would just be like, call Charles. He's probably with his wife.
Yeah, Robert Blake's got diarrhea. Can you stop in?
Charles Grodin.
Yes, that's yeah.
Well, we're here. I don't know what we're going to do. We got an hour to fill with this crap. So somehow we'll try to muddle through it.
Can I?
Oh, please.
I have a story that I think you guys would enjoy.
Oh, I got to hear this.
But it very little to do with me. I'm just looking at that picture of the Three Stooges.
Oh, there you go.
Mo is our leader.
Yes, he is. Okay, so did you guys ever go to the Three Stooges convention in Trevose?
Yes. I think John did.
Every year.
I think John, are you kidding?
Okay, I don't even know if I've told this story on the podcast before.
John got perfect attendance at the Three Stooges convention.
Yes, I got a gold star.
Okay, so I went about 10 years ago with my buddies from the Found Footage Festival.
Yes.
So we went and it was the best time. They had a Shemp room, which was like just a room showing just Shemp.
Yes.
He did solo movies. There was another room where they were showing the movie from like 2009 with like French Stewart Sean Hayes and Will Sasso.
Yes.
And Will Sasso.
We walked in and it's just like 8 different guys kind of sitting by themselves, and we went in and they're watching it, but it was like 20 chairs like in like a little mini conference room, and they were just waiting for the movie to start, but it was just the DVD menu on a loop.
Yeah, it's not.
And we're like, wait, no, and all you had to do was just push the button.
Yeah.
But
you're waiting.
We're like, is it somebody? And we just decided to sit there to see how long it would take. We waited for 15 minutes, and people just kept watching this. And then finally, my buddy just wanted to push it. But my favorite story is Adam West was at the one that we were at. Like he was
West.
He was in the Outlaws Is Coming, the 1967.
Oh, was he? Okay, so that was the connection.
Yeah.
So he was there like signing autographs or whatever, and I was in the lobby, the men's room in the lobby, and people are everywhere, and they're all excited because Adam West is going to be coming out of his session, walking out, leaving, and everybody's going to see Adam West, and they're all excited. And I was in the men's room, and it's like a couple of urinals, stalls. I'm in a urinal. And
I have to take a leak.
I have to go to the bathroom. That was more William Shatner. I apologize. But
that was Shatner.
That was Shatner. But so there was what I gleaned was probably about a 13-year-old boy named Kevin in the stall next to me. I'm in the urinal. He's in the stall, and I know this because Kevin's dad was at the door.
Yes.
And you can hear this commotion, and so I'm peeing. Adam West is coming up, and this kid, I guess his dad's like, "Hey, Kevin, Adam West is coming. He's coming. You better hurry." But this kid is in the stall.
Yeah.
And he's like, hurry, Kevin, he's coming. And then I can just hear this, and it just goes away. And he goes, "Oh, Kev, you missed him." And then he goes, "Kev, you all right in there?" And the kid just goes, "I think I'm going to be a while." It was the saddest interaction I've ever seen.
It'll take 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Go ahead, yeah.
Well, the same event I was at with him. Curly's grandson's there, Curly G.
Wow.
And he's trying. He makes videos. And he's trying to make new. There's a couple of guys in California who make new Three Stooges type films, and he's Curly G. He builds himself as Curly's grandson. But when I went to it, there was a professional Mo, Larry, and Curly impersonators there, and the Curly guy was a guy named Dave Knight. And actually, just because you're bald with you're fat doesn't mean you're curly. He looked like the end of Total Recall, big thyroid problems.
Right.
Well, people are posing for a picture with him, and they pretend to poke him in the eyes and slap him and pinch his nose. Well, it's about 45 minutes. I go in the bathroom, probably the same bathroom you were at when I was at it, and he's in there putting Neosporin over his face. It was all slap marks.
Oh my God.
Well, I read a biography of Shemp recently, which tells you how exciting my life is.
Yeah.
Reading books about Shemp. And this author, his theory is that Moe's slaps and bangs, like, because Larry had a series of strokes.
Yeah.
Curly died of a cerebral hemorrhage. I think Shemp had some problems. He thinks that it was all compounded, but because they did a shitload of live shows.
Yeah.
Like they did all those shorts.
Yes.
But Mo had them constantly on the road. They were constantly on the road somewhere, like all these little small towns or up in Canada. Sitting on stage, he would be slapping. He thinks Mo's beatings led to the early death. Shemp died. He was 60 years old. He was coming home from the racetrack with two buddies in the back of a cab. And they're sitting there, they looked over and Shemp's dead. Shemp was just died in the back of the cab.
Oh, my God.
And they think, this author thinks that Mo and his beatings led to an early death for all three.
Oh, man. Imagine that. He warned them.
I'm
He
warning
tore their
you.
tonsils out.
I believe, not to contradict you, you read the book, but I believe Shemp actually died of a YI autoimmune disorder.
Yeah, Mo was going to be a heart doctor, and that's why his book's called Y Aorta. Y Aorta. The college went to was Listen Here, You. The last one. Larry grew up in Philadelphia. His brother and sister lived in Northeast, where we live at. And one time I was detailing a car, after high school or college, and a Lincoln Town Car pulls up, and a big African-American gentleman, limo driver, pulls up and goes, "Yo, can you do a quick wash in his car? Guess what happened in the back?" I go, "I don't know." And he goes like and pokes me. He didn't really do it. He went like that. And I thought, is that some like gang symbol? I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
I don't know this Crips, right?
Is it 3-Pac?
Yeah. And I go, no. He goes, in the back was Larry's brother and sister. He wrote a book, and he was going to Marlowe Books and book signing.
Wow,
The car looked nice.
Wow, we got Larry's brother. Give him shiny tires.
When I was in seventh grade, I learned that I started really getting into girls, and I learned that girls love guys with a sense of humor. So I got really into the Three Stooges because I thought that would get girls.
Oh, well, Gilbert Gottfried used to do that thing. I've never seen a girl go, Shemp. But Tom Bergeron, who used to host the Hollywood Squares, and when he was in college, he found out where Larry was living in the old actors' home. So he wanted to interview him for a college project. So he goes and interviews him, and then at the end of the interview, he says that Mo's still alive, right? And Larry, yeah. You want his phone number? So he gave him Mo's phone number. So he calls Mo and explains who he is, and Mo said, "Who gave you this phone number?" And Tom Bergeron said, "Larry." And he said there's a pause, and then Mo says, "Larry."
Those videos of Tom Bergeron videotaped it. It's like early 70s.
Yeah.
But it's funny, in the middle of it, Larry's talking like we're talking right now. Then he goes, "Isn't it time for lunch?"
There's a famous clip of Mo on the Mike Douglas show with Ted Knight from the Mary Tyler Moore show. And it's the funniest thing. It's old Mo with white hair, and he's on the Mike Douglas show.
Yeah.
The only one angrier than Ted Knight.
Yeah, exactly.
I read Mike Douglas, the biography of him. Came out 20 years ago.
Mike Douglas, really?
Is he from Philadelphia?
No, he did a show in Philly. But he wasn't from Philly.
But he said Mo would get to the KYW studios early with a bag of lunch and just wait till the show started. He was always on the show, several times before he went. But Mo just like a little old man sitting there with a bag, just waiting to go on, and very interesting. And when you were at Maryland, when you mentioned Adam West, the Stooges movie they made was called The Outlaws Is Coming. It's a comical western, but Sally Starr is in it, who was a TV.
Really, she's in Sally Starr's in it?
Yeah.
Wow, Sal, our gal Sal, holy cow! Well. We killed enough time talking about the Three Stooges. And our next episode, we're going to go into the history of Law and Hardy. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be, well, I don't know. We're doing one of these stupid episodes again. Last week, we had the big shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Chip, you want to walk us through why it was staged and why it was all hoaxed?
Yes.
Explain that was all a lie?
Yeah, it was just, speaking of Three Stooges, it was it's nobody appreciates physical humor anymore. That's what it is.
The best were those Secret Service agents. They literally, at this point, they have the open mic guys who were Secret Service agents. Did you see how bad they were? They're just standing there leaning. The guy runs
They didn't
right
expect
there.
that. The guy ran through
What?
through the.
They didn't expect that. Yes, they're the Secret Service. They're supposed to be expecting everything.
Did you
They're
see the
supposed to
footage
not
that came
be
out today?
With the girl, the three
No,
cops?
it was the shooter running down a hallway, I guess, of whatever this place was, and he ran in one door, and they chased him into that door, and then he ran out another door up the hallway, and then they came out the door, and then a gorilla ran out the other door, ran down the hallway.
But it was literally like when the comedy clubs give people a guest spot when they're not
Yeah.
ready for a guest spot.
Right.
That's what these secret. How can a Secret Service be that bad?
Yeah.
There's a video of three female Washington cops giggling the whole time. And I'm like, ugh. They look like.
What, during the last week?
But they weren't the ones. They weren't the Secret Service. They were like against the wall, and they're like, ugh.
I believe that, but what's Trump got, like 3 years left? Or 2.5? I believe he will be killed at some point. But that Secret
yeah.
Service agent, with that bad as the Secret Service is,
The thing in Pennsylvania. No, it's weird how our minds think this way.
This Pennsylvania, the guy there was a rooftop. Nobody checked the roof.
And
Because
then-
why would you check a roof?
And then the video show that he was totally able to be seen.
Oh, yeah.
But there's people with the conspiracy. It's weird. I never thought it'd be this way. You start reading this conspiracy, your mind starts thinking that way.
Yeah.
But someone said, think about it. If it was staged, the guy he's gonna spend the rest of his life in jail.
Right. Yeah.
Now, if it was staged, the Secret Service would have looked a little better. They
Yeah,
would have acted professionally if it were staged. That's how you know it wasn't staged when they're all leaning.
He's right about that too. I used to think that when you watch TV and movies, the FBI, the Secret Service, the cops, you never get by them. They'll get you no matter what.
That's amazing that the guy goes right past them and they're looking at him. And he realized, somebody better stop him.
to be
That's us.
To be honest,
All he had to do was yell Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, he's good.
No, it's great. This reminds me of Shane's joke about I'd love to see Trump get assassinated.
Oh, yeah, the
you
funniest-
called it a
yeah.
shot. I seen better shots. Yeah, that's what it would be like.
I just loved Cheryl. Did you see Cheryl Hines following the?
That was the
RFK Jr.?
funniest. That was the fun. They forgot.
Yeah.
They weren't even worried about her. They just grabbed him, and she was trying to keep up in her high heels. Oh, that was hilarious.
It was all.
That
It also was funny too.
ridiculous.
They show the reporters taking bottles of whiskey and
Oh,
wine at the table.
but the best, did you see that super agent? He's one of the agents. He just kept eating. He
Yeah.
didn't get,
Oh, yeah.
that guy
He was
was
like, yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
There was an older guy doing it, reaching up, getting his food, eating it, and coming back like.
Oh, there you go. There you go. But of course, Chip, the guy who did it was a teacher. I'm sure you saw that right away. That the guy was a teacher.
Trust me, it's almost June. I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had enough. The whole school year. Is that,
Yeah,
is that
exactly.
about where you are by this time late in the school year?
Yeah, it's like I've had enough.
You're
yeah.
just about ready to crack.
Yeah, if they did the correspondence dinner in July, he would have been fine. Yeah.
There's the tensions.
But that's unbelievable that the Secret Service could be that bad. I mean, you got to be. If this guy lives through his term, I'll be shocked. There's no way. How could? I mean, we have better security here at the studio than they had with the president. That's unbelievable.
I did a show one time, Mike Stankiewicz we were like a road trip, and there were Secret Service people staying at the hotel, and they were down at the bar drinking, and Mike is asking these ones like guard our presidents, and they go, "What presidents are cool?" And they go, "They're all pretty cool," and they go, "We really like Bill Clinton," but he didn't say anything about Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
The best Secret Service story. One time, a Secret Service agent called into the Howard Stern show, and he claimed that he was on the detail protecting Ted Kennedy when he ran for president.
Yeah.
And he was telling Stern that Ted Kennedy was such a prick that one night after Ted Kennedy went to bed, the Secret Service agents went and pissed in his hot tub. Remember the thing with Jesse Jackson? When he was running for president, his code name was Pontiac.
Okay.
And it became a controversy. They thought they gave him the nickname Pontiac. You know that old joke what Pontiac stands for, the letters?
No.
Poor old N-word thinks it's a Cadillac.
Oh my god! And that's what.
Oh my God.
They said, no, we called him Pontiac because he moves so fast. He moves, but it was a big thing. They were screaming that that's what they called him Pontiac.
You know, in each part of the country you live at for comedy, there's legend, veteran guys who are still around. Right? There's a guy somewhere. He's in the Midwest. His closer of his act. Name a car type and like Fiat.
Yeah.
The Italian car. Fix it again, Tony.
Okay.
Right. He does any car you can think of.
That's great.
Wow.
It's real.
There's a parlor trick.
When did the Secret Service start? Was that like the 1800s? Do you think? Was it Kennedy? So it was like back.
No, it was around before Kennedy. It was definitely around before.
Because like I would love to hear like what they were like for like
I would think
James
it
K.
was,
Polk.
It was around I would think maybe the 1910s or 1920s. It was definitely around before
Because
Kennedy.
I think it had something to do with the Treasury too. Like
It
it was
did.
like something about
yeah,
like
the
yeah, that's
Pinkertons
right.
and
That's
the-
right.
area like Fort Knox.
After
after Lincoln. Okay.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Lincoln family appreciated that it was
Yeah,
after.
yeah. Oh, thanks,
You
fellas.
realize within a 36-year span, there were 3 presidents assassinated: Lincoln, Garfield, and McKinley.
McKinley,
Within
yeah.
36 years.
Wow.
And then,
that would be like it from 1990 to now.
Now.
3 presidents. That's
Jeez.
ridiculous. There were 3 presidents shot, and they still had Kennedy in a convertible. After 3.
Yeah, but Ed, in their defense, back then at the Correspondence Dinner, you could get in with a gun in the back half of a horse costume.
Yeah, yeah. You know what's funny? When Lincoln was there, he goes, "Our American cousin." I thought we were going to see that play about the singing cats. Remember Paul Newman did that?
You on Letterman? You
On Letterman's first
where the
night.
hell were the singing cats?
At the Ed Sullivan Theater.
Yeah.
It was really great. The first week had celebrities sitting in the audience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he went over to CBS, yeah.
And in the middle was Paul Newman. And he
The
goes,
very
"What's
first
this?"
night.
I never see the singing cats.
He's
like,
looking at his ticket. What
playing
the hell was
cats.
singing? But he stood up first and he did this little thing where he was shooting because everybody was cheering because it was Paul Newman. Then Letterman, after he left, said, "Hey, you notice that? That's a star. When you start doing that right away, you start shooting at the end."
And then the next night, he pointed out to me in the audience, it was Bobby the Brain Heenan.
That's amazing. Did you ever? Do you remember the Get a Life with Chris?
Yes,
Elliott?
I just watched them on.
The Zoo Animals on Wheels.
Yes.
The musical
Yes.
that they did. That was because he took his dad to see Cats.
Oh, really?
And they come out in the
wow.
audience.
Yes.
And what's his name? Bob
Bob and Ray. Yeah.
Bob Elliott was like, "What the hell is it? They're coming out here, and these damn cats are coming." So they wrote Zoo Animals on Wheels because of that.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That is yeah. But I mean, the 3 presidents in 36 years, and then
Somebody had just asked that, what are the 4 presidents that were killed? And don't think about,
Yeah.
Kennedy, McKinley, Garfield.
yeah,
And Lincoln,
and,
yeah.
and 2 were shot.
Oh,
well, 3 if you count Trump. What's that?
He shot Teddy right after that, too.
Teddy
And
Roosevelt.
then he gave
yeah,
that speech.
Yeah, and he kept talking, right?
Doing the speech.
But then didn't he have the speeds in his pocket? And didn't that like sort of stop the bullet or some damn thing?
Speech was in his pocket.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like a book maybe, like the.
Or something,
Yeah, it was like yeah.
You know,
Yeah, some-
you know what's interesting about the Lincoln assassination? Ford's Theater burned down the year after he got killed.
They
Really?
They
Right,
rebuilt it or
it,
no?
it burned down New Year's Eve or just whatever. And it was a book warehouse, not like the suppository, but for years. Then somebody restored it back to the way it looked when it was a theater.
Back to the good old days when,
Yeah.
when presidents were getting shot.
I don't know if this is real or not, but you know the phrase was like, "Oh, my name's Mud."
Yes.
Do you know where that came from?
The
It
Dr.
came
Mudd.
from Dr. Mudd who
Yeah,
fixed his leg.
who
Yeah.
fixed Booth's leg,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Well, there was a movie made about him.
Dennis
They s-
Weaver.
But no, even way back, a John Ford movie where they sent him to prison. They sent him to this infamous prison in like Shark Island or something they called it. I mean, he suffered. They were convinced he was in on it. And he claimed
just, like,
yeah,
the guy showed up
Guy
and-
showed up, and I basically had to fix his leg. He had a gun on me or something. But they sent him to prison. It was he suffered awful. That guy, Dr. Mudd.
The guy who shot John Wilkes Booth outside the barn they found him in was a religious nut who castrated himself.
Oh, well, that's nice. But
Make a joke out of that
but
guy.
all the theories were that he actually didn't die in that
Yeah, I
barn.
know.
But who knows?
Um,
Who even knows if he did or not? But
I know all these weirdo facts about that. Wilkes Booth had a brother, and Lincoln had a son, and the son fell on some train tracks.
Yeah.
And John Wilkes Booth saved the kid's life falling through train tracks.
Before.
It was after. I think.
what Lincoln's son, who actually was a witness when Garfield got shot.
Oh, really?
Which is amazing. He got shot in a train station, which is an amazing thing that Lincoln's son was a witness and Garfield got shot.
There's a lot of like Kennedy Lincoln comparison stuff too. I don't know.
Yeah, because
yeah.
like they both had
It is-
Johnson was their vice president. I think it was like, didn't they have like a secretary or something like that? Where
With,
it was
with
like,
the same name or
Same
some
name.
damn
it was
thing?
like Kennedy had a secretary named Lincoln.
Man,
Lincoln had a
right,
secretary named
that's
Kennedy.
that's right.
They were
Yeah.
both
Yo.
shot in what, 63? Well, no, Lincoln would have been shot in 65. So that could've-
65, yeah.
when
But there
it-
was comparisons.
But
yeah.
there was a few
Yeah.
comparisons with those.
When they're at the theater, when Booth put the gun that Lincoln said, Lincoln goes, "Is that snow caps?" They thought it was food. Oh.
So, Chip, I'm assuming you were probably pissed off this week when the Black Crowes got snubbed for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Very.
I figured. I said, "Oh, Chip can't be happy with that."
Yeah, I love the Black Crowes. I think they will get their day at some point. But they're a great band.
That was unbelievable to me that they won a ballot and didn't get in.
But I'm not being mean. Like I got to watch if I phrase it, if I'm stating facts, but like Queen Latifah's in it, and so is like Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Well, this year, Sade and Luther Vandross got in. And Billy Idol got in. Oasis.
Yeah.
How does the Black Crowes not get in?
Yeah, I mean, because they are rock and roll, and like that's. I think maybe just because not like Oasis is, I think, just so much more popular, and like Oasis is a great band and all.
And
but
last year, the White Stripes got in.
Yeah, and that just seems like it's
I
so
don't
new.
know how
I mean,
the
he's a
Black
great
Crowes don't get in.
guitarist, but it's just I don't understand how the Black Crowes don't get in.
and-
I think they really flew under the radar in the '90s because of the grunge. And, like,
Oh, yeah.
and so
I
they have some of the
guess.
best albums. They're
Really
Southern
good.
Harmony.
Oh, those first two albums were great.
Into Amorica, even into Three Snakes and One Charmer, like three of the best rock and roll albums
They're all really
of
good.
the decade. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how they didn't get in. But thank God Sade got in, because I was going to
I'm
be
a big
so
Je-
mad if Sade didn't get in.
I'm a big Jeff Buckley fan.
Yes.
And he had a very short-lived life. I think he might get in at some point, but yeah, it's
I was amazed. I think it took till last year, was it? Or Warren Zevon finally got in.
Well, last year, yeah.
Yeah.
He should've been in the
Fine.
first two
I don't know
classes.
how he didn't get in, and Letterman gave the speech. It was a great speech.
and I think it's another one too where he's so good, but he wasn't super like
Right.
Like
Yeah, he
Billy
wasn't
Joel.
super
Billy
popular.
Joel's going to get in because he's super popular.
of
and
course.
Not that Billy Joel's not.
Yeah, but I don't know. I didn't understand the them
this
not
is
getting in.
idiotic, and it's music, and they have like.
Uh-oh.
But Jan Wenner from Rolling Stone magazine, he has a passion of hate for the Monkees.
Okay.
He goes, oh, they write their own music like that. Well, did the Ronettes, all those girls do it right?
Yeah.
Right.
Linda Ronstadt is in, and she never wrote any songs.
Elvis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
Elvis,
wrote some,
yeah,
but like
the Monkees should be in. Of
Monkees
course,
are
they had a
entertaining.
bunch, they had a
Great.
bunch of
It's their
hits.
vocals.
By the way, their show is
it was
laugh
funny.
out loud funny.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's so funny.
They're absolutely the Monkees. I remember watching that as a kid.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Don't wait till Mickey Dolenz dies and I'll put him in after
And
they're all
Mike
dead.
Nesmith basically invented MTV. Like
Yeah,
he was
that's
like
right.
a big influence on that.
Yeah, and his mother invented Whiteout.
Whiteout.
And he made a shitload of money
Yeah.
over that. So, but these classic. Here's the thing about these classic bands that even though half the original members are gone, they're still charging these gigantic, gigantic price. I think they should have a rule when somebody from an original member dies, they should have to lower the prices by $30.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kick it down each
Yeah,
time.
they can't. They can't keep going. Let Leonard Skinner to be paying the audience one of these years at some point. I don't know how they can keep. Springsteen got his concert postponed this Friday. It was supposed to be at the big arena, but the Sixers
Because
are
the
playing.
Sixers, because nobody figured the Sixers would win. Yeah.
So I was gonna get my dad Beach Boy tickets because
Uh-oh.
we're coming to Quakertown.
Yeah.
There's like what Mike loves, like the last.
He's
one,
the only
Yeah.
one, right?
$550 for the best seat in the house.
Oh my
They
god.
just-
200 for I didn't even know Quakertown had a theater, but 200 for grass.
I mean, you know, it's
For Mike Love
And Mike Love's the only original guy left.
You know,
You
it's
gotta be
John
kidding.
Stamos on drums.
Yeah.
he does. Well, I just saw a
Gotta
video
be
last week of
kidding.
it. You know how the people have been making fun of, and justifiably, Frankie Valli can't sing. He's like,
Oh, yeah. He's
Lumbering
all-
around.
Yeah, and he's like a puppet marionette out there. But they also showed Rod Stewart's voice can't sing.
Oh, yeah.
Daily Roth. But they showed who were we just talking about? What's her
Mike Love.
Mike Love. He's 85, and he actually sounds the same with that
Yeah.
high voice.
Yeah, he can do it.
But that's funny. The relationship he had with Brian Wilson.
Oh,
They
that's
used to fight on
ridiculous.
stage.
It's ridiculous.
Did the Robinson brothers fist fight?
I don't know if they actually fist fight, but like they didn't talk for years.
They
and
went on tour with Oasis, the Brotherly Love tour.
Brotherly
one
Love
time
tour.
back in the 90s,
Yeah.
or the early 2000s, I guess it was. Yeah, the brotherly. There's so many of those things. The families and brothers
Oh.
who never get along. The Fogartys,
Yep.
Ray and Dave Davies from the
They would
Kinks.
spit on
ne-
each other, yeah.
they never get along.
You know the Kinks. I'm a huge Kinks fan.
Oh, yeah, I love the Kinks.
Was it the fight that they got in? They basically got like a big reason that they weren't bigger in the U.S. Like after the
Right.
British invasion was like in the late '60s. I think they got banned from the United States for like 5 years, and they couldn't come over and tour.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
I think
Was it a
and so-
drug thing, maybe?
It was either drugs or like there was there was some sort of like arrest, and they were basically locked out of the U.S. for like their big a big part of their output.
Wow. Well, now they come over. Now I should get them. They can't. Any of those long hair rock and roll guys coming over now.
Yeah.
Ice will get you.
Yeah.
Hippie.
Yeah, those hippies coming over. We're not going to go for them. So the congressman resigned recently, Swalwell.
Yeah.
With the dick pic. And the thing they were saying was that he sent these dick pics unsolicited. Well, don't dick pics have to be unsolicited? I mean, you're going to wait a long time. If you're waiting for them to be solicited, you're going to be waiting a long time.
Yeah, you just write, to request a dick pic, please write,
I figured
389 Ocean Boulevard, Van Nuys, California.
Just send it and hope the girl either is into it or she's got a good sense of humor. I mean, what are you going to do? They got to be unsolicited.
You know this from sending jokes out. It says we don't accept unsolicited material. I mean, you have to have an agent or a manager.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine having a guy walk in the room. I got this dick pic.
They have
it's just a packet where it's like five dick pics and 2 sketches. Yeah.
They have to be unsolicited. That's not fair.
Yeah,
They say they're
that's-
unsolicited. Of course they're unsolicited.
Yeah.
None of them are going to be.
Last Sunday, I went to the Chiller Theater.
Uh-oh.
I haven't taken my band over, right? But who was there was Burton Gilliam, the racist cowboy from Blazing Saddles.
Oh, right.
Had the red shirt. Come on, boy.
Oh, I saw a picture with him with the teeth. He's got the teeth. He's got the
big
weird
white
smile.
teeth, yeah.
Well, who's the guy that just died this week? Or the singer who they said was racist? Coe?
David Allen.
David
Oh,
Allen.
my God.
They said he was
Yeah.
racist,
If you
right?
hear those lyrics, and he wrote. Oh, I'm sick to. Eric Swalwell looks just like that guy from Blazing Saddles.
Really?
With the
Yeah, he's a big smile, and
Yeah.
he sells baked beans.
Well, Slim Pickens was in Blazing Saddles.
That's right, yeah.
Wasn't he the one who gets hit with a shovel? When
Yeah,
he
because
did-
what in the world, wild of sports?
Wide world of sports.
And he hits him with a shovel.
hits him with that uppity N-word hit me with a shovel. He got the bandage on his head.
But this David Allen Coe guy, I don't know. It's like if you even thinking the words is politically correct. Police are going to get you. He had songs. He had a song called "N-Word Hating Hat," right? And it's just anyway, but he explained it by saying he was writing in the voice of a racist. He's just trying to say- I'm like,
Stern used to play something.
Yeah.
Was that the song Stern
yeah,
used
it's
to
called
play?
"N-Word
Who
Hating
used to play
Hat."
Stern. I was saying.
Oh, really?
N-Word
Yeah.
Hating Hat. Oh my God.
So I thought it was a fan who did it on Stern. Sent it in. He must have been David Allen Coe's song.
But I might be wrong because there's another country singer named Johnny Reb. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who's the one who did take the job and shove it? Is that David?
Johnny Paycheck.
But
Johnny
David
Paycheck.
Allen Coe wrote it.
He wrote
Johnny
it, okay.
Paycheck had to be hit with it.
Eddie has a joke about that. What's your joke? Check cash in place.
Oh, that's the whole thing
Oh,
with
it's
the
another
Irish
joke,
club.
yeah.
It's not that big a deal.
You know who's
One of my
great?
stupid jokes.
Who I wanted to be even before I started doing comedy. I just wanted to be Shel Silverstein because I was a teacher. I was like, I just want to write funny poems or whatever. And you know, Shel Silverstein wrote he wrote for Playboy.
Yes.
He wrote a bunch of songs, first 2 albums for Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show.
Oh, no, he wrote
when they were dirty.
A Boy Named Sue. He wrote.
He wrote a boy named
Wow,
Sue.
a boy named
Yeah.
Sue. Wow, Shel Silverstein.
Yeah.
Well, when I was driving here tonight, the one guy I didn't think we would talk about was Shel Silverstein. But
and I nailed it.
thank God we squeezed him in. But no, I can't get mad at that congressman because I mean it's got to be. Any dick pic has to be unsolicited.
Yeah, you gotta
can't-
just shoot your shot.
Yeah, exactly. You can't be waiting. The game is the game. You can't be waiting around.
Did you see
You
what
can't be
happened
waiting.
about I forget when Chris, who's the blonde hair guy from Somerton, Chris on MSNBC, Chris Matthews.
Oh, Chris Matthews used to be. Yeah. And
He was interviewing Swalwell years ago. And in the middle of it, Swalwell stopped and he released wind.
Oh,
from the body part.
they accused him of farting, but he always says he didn't. I don't know, but all these politicians.
Chris Matthews trying to cover it, going, "Is there a dog there?"
But I can't get mad at the guy. You see where the New England Patriots coach Mike Vrabel, he went for counseling. And I'm thinking, well, where do you go for that kind of counseling? Because you got a side piece from your wife. There's such a counseling for that?
Yeah, I guess.
There's side piece counseling? I didn't know there was such a thing.
Boston is an amazing spot.
Yes, it
There's
is.
going to be some doctors getting rich on side piece counseling.
He's like 70, she's like 26.
No, that's Bill
this is
Belichick.
different.
We're
This is
talking about
the
the current
current
coach
coach.
who was banging a female reporter, Diana,
that's right, yeah.
Diana Rossini. Yeah. No, they think that one of her sons, he may have been the father of one of her sons. They're thinking that Vrabel.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, because she named the kid Michael.
Yeah.
But-
He's going to counseling. I think it's 4 days a week, but it's literally just with this guy at a booth at Dunkin'.
They're high-fiving.
Yeah.
But counseling, where do you go for that?
a couple guys
You're
do.
cheating on your wife counseling? I
Who,
didn't know they had that.
Yeah.
Michael Douglas had to go for sex addiction too and stuff like that. Like,
That's something you tell your wife, and then you probably at a racetrack or something. I can't
pimp
imagine there's such
arcade.
a thing as counseling. Who was the doctor who's handling?
I know a comedian who had to go to rehab for pot.
Rehab for pot. You must be the biggest. You got to be the biggest jerk hole if you're in a rehab for pot. People doing heroin, and then you're in there for pot.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that show Loudermilk?
Yeah.
That was
Yes.
a show.
Remember the one that the guy actually he's there for pot, and Loudermilk is talking to him, and you're here for pot.
Yeah.
And he's going, no, but then you let that other thing, no, just pot.
That's a funny show.
That's a great show.
That was a really
And,
funny show.
Brian Regan is really good.
Yeah, he's
So,
really good.
Will
The episode
Sasso-
when he had the dart caught in his head, that was great.
Yeah.
Will Sasso was
his
great in it.
counselor. They show us if after the meeting he's making mojitos.
Oh yeah, then he starts drinking. Loudermilk was a great show. So instead of watching this crap, you should be watching Loudermilk.
what are you guys
I don't
doing?
know what you're doing watching this damn thing. Did you read about the woman, another school teacher, who was on a cruise ship and she did a bunch of shots and passed out? Now she's sued. Now she's suing the cruise. She got $300,000 for the cruise ship
Because she drank too much.
because they overserved her.
Oh man.
School teacher, they overserved
I saw
her.
that headline.
$300,000 she got from this cruise line.
Oh man, well, did anything happen to her? Just she had to be hospitalized, or
Yeah, she passed out or whatever. You know, I could have. You know how many people I could have sued back in the 80s for getting overserved? I could be a multimillionaire if I knew you were allowed to do that.
Well, and that's the thing about a cruise. I've never been on a cruise. I don't think I'll ever. It's like going to Xfinity Live and being like, oh yeah, by the way, you're stuck here for a week. You
You're
can't
right.
leave.
No,
I can't imagine it. I can't imagine how
it's a
awful
Holiday
cruise
Inn.
is either.
Yeah.
It's a Holiday Inn on the ocean.
I don't, and it's like you're stuck with all those people. It's like I want to go on vacation to get away from people, and like, or if you go to town for the day and then you leave, you know. And it's
But
like you're just stuck.
I'm always scared. He just said when you go out to go tourist stuff on like, what if you get stuck or late and then the boat takes off without you? Then what? They have a shuttle boat.
Oh, there's great videos of that, of like people coming in late, like in the Bermuda or whatever. Like they're like running back to the boat, but the boat's already taken off.
Oh,
and
that would be my nightmare. Good
Yeah.
Lord.
You might go to a bar, you drink and dance with your friends. And
You get stuck somewhere. Oh,
Yeah.
you're stuck in some foreign land.
Yeah.
Because the boat left without you.
Yeah, I know for comedy, as comics get older, you don't get booked in clubs, so you start doing cruise ships. And I think, oh man, that's not bad pay. But people go, no, trust me, you're stuck in a Red Roof Inn for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 6
and you're
weeks.
just in a tiny room by yourself. Like you know how it is when you're going for a weekend and you're just up there.
Yeah, with my career, I don't have to worry about that. Those offers aren't pouring in for me to do cruise
cruise
ships.
to Camden.
I wouldn't worry about that, John. I don't think anybody's calling you to do a cruise ship. I think you're fine. Did you read about that other, speaking of boats, the husband and wife who were down the islands? And the wife,
Oh, she disappeared.
she fell overboard or something,
Of course.
and he had nothing to do with it. She just accidentally fell off the boat.
Yeah.
Now apparently, and that's his story. He's sticking with it.
Didn't
Nobody's buying the story.
Was this on Dateline or did but he did something stupid, like he turned off the cell phone or the radar.
Yeah, or like her and like the
Apple
the
Watch.
was on, but
He
then
turned
it
it all like it was turned off. Oh, we didn't need it out there.
Yeah, okay. Nobody's buying it. This whole thing. She fell overboard.
His official
Nobody-
statement, though, it doesn't look good for him. He said, Natalie, would never kill her. Little
went out for
Freudian
a-
slip.
It's a good
looking
thing
for a
my
float.
parents never went on a boat because my mother never would have made it back. I can guarantee she almost didn't make it from the living room to the kitchen a few times, so she never would have made it back from a boat. But
It's like, have these people never seen Netflix?
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna kill your spouse, like, just go, like, do it in an everyday situation, not at the Bahamas or whatever.
Especially
Cynthia and I watch Dateline.
Yeah.
Every night. It's a whole channel. It's not. It should be just called the husband did it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
And they have the white hair guy. Looks like Andrew Jackson.
oh yeah, that guy.
Keith Morrison.
Keith Morrison. Yeah, he's a creepy look. He should be hosting like that. He should be hosting like a Dr. Shock thing.
And then they have their guy, Mankiewicz, the heavyset guy. He looks like the guy from Bar Rescue.
Who's the brother? Who's the brother of the guy from TCM, Turner Classic Movies? Their brother.
Oh, I never knew that.
Josh
No.
Mankiewicz and Ben Mankiewicz. Yeah.
But when you tell your stories, he looks at you like this. Yeah, right.
Well, I think he's just hungry. That guy, Mankiewicz. I'm pretty sure he's kind of hungry. But that teacher who was suing because she drank too much.
You know, if you get a sympathetic jury, they could just fine say she had a keg in her room.
Yeah.
My father could have been a trillionaire all the time, getting overserved. You could sue for getting overserved. My whole family could have cashed in.
It also didn't look good for her. Before the $300,000, she was going to sue for a lifetime supply of White Claw. Yeah, and that is
Yeah,
like,
so that's what she wanted.
maybe don't, maybe ask for a cash settlement.
Have you read about this? What people are calling Ozempic personality, saying people who take Ozempic, it makes them dull, it makes them boring. That's the side. It's called Ozempic personality.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I've known a lot of big people who weren't on Ozempic, and they weren't that fascinating. they weren't that, they weren't that riveting to start with. So I don't know if you can blame the Ozempic or not for your dull personality. You know any interesting big people? I really have never known that many of them.
During the when you watch Dateline, it's a whole channel Dateline. There's nothing but commercials for that, and all of them.
Oh, that's all. If you watch the news, the old people like me who still watch the 6:30 news, that's all it is pharmaceutical commercials. That's all it is.
And the ones on the network channels there must be 100 side effects.
All of them are side effects.
It's worth it.
I can't wait. I guarantee within 10, 15 years, all the people who were going to be dying because they took Ozempic, I can guarantee it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
They're all going to be killing over dead.
I swear to God, I'm not making words up because I made a mental note to listen to this thing. It was a medicine for restless leg syndrome. Right? Okay. I just put a soccer ball in bed with me, right? But they
just enjoy the exercise you're getting from your leg movement. Yeah. What are you worried about with restless legs?
But the side effects were nausea, stomach pain, incontinence, or something like that. But the last two were compulsive gambling and over shopping.
Over shopping.
Shopping. Like how?
Your leg is restless, so you got to get up and go shopping. I guess.
They test this on monkeys. Who bought all those bananas?
Yeah,
his leg.
If you got restless leg syndrome, just get up and take a walk. Yeah. That might be a sign from God. You just need some exercise.
Yeah, just get a couple steps in.
Restless leg syndrome. But I couldn't believe that Ozempic personality. I've never met a fat person who was that exciting ever. So they're blaming the Ozempic for their dull personality.
It's like $200 a month, and it's all artificial. The second you stop taking it, your body goes back to the way you were born. The way it was born.
Well, of course, my favorite is the people who get those that stomach surgery, and then they eat their way through it.
Yes,
those people are champions.
Yeah,
nothing stops them.
Chris
Not even
Christie,
surgeries.
Carney Wilson.
Those people are champions. Nothing stops them.
Did you guys ever go to Shady Maple
up
in Lancaster? The big smorgasbord. It's like a huge buffet, and I don't think they do it anymore. But for years. They used to, and it was actually pretty cheap. It would be like $15 to get at the buffet. But they had a tiered thing for people who got the lap band surgery, where they would, if it was your first year, you got like 20% off. If it was your second year, you got like 10% off. So you could go, and because they knew you weren't going to eat as much, or potentially weren't going to eat as much. So it literally was on the website. If you had that surgery, you could get a discount.
I wonder how many fatsos just got the surgery just to get that discount. I guarantee there were a whole lot of them fatsos just, we can get a discount if I get the surgery.
My friend got hit by the bus years ago.
Right.
The reason the bus crashed is because the bus driver weighed 400 pounds.
And passed out?
He had the stomach ache, and he lost 250 pounds too fast.
Yeah.
And he just had low blood sugar, and he's driving the bus and passed out.
Dropped out. Oh, my God.
That's not what. Well, thank God, at least SEPTA was another great job by SEPTA. Killing somebody in his front yard. Another great moment in SEPTA history.
It's not going to make the montage.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Well, I hate to talk about it. We'll talk about my neighbor who was in the news a couple times recently.
There was your neighbor.
My neighborhood.
Oh.
There was an armored car robbery. Did you read about that armored car robbery?
Oh, yeah. I heard something about it.
Literally, I could throw a stone where that happened, right around the corner from my house.
They said the assailant threw stones at it. Was that you?
Yeah, that was me. I was trying to stop it. $1.8 million they got out of this armored car. Right there on Torresdale Avenue by the Dunkin' Donuts.
How many bags do you think that is?
I don't know. They must have just caught him either at the beginning of the day or the end of a full day. I don't know. But they said it was 9 o'clock in the morning or something. But
my friend's a cop in that district.
That's amazing they would carry that much money.
It must have been the first stop, or unless they're picking up from the weekend or
something. I don't know. It was great, but I couldn't believe it was that much money.
When I hear something like that too, that's a lot of money. That's almost $2 million. Yeah. But don't you right away think inside job? Somebody had to.
Yeah, like tip somebody off. Yeah.
Maybe the security guys on the truck are just as good as the Secret Service. I mean, the Secret Service suck. How good can the car guys be?
Yeah.
They got to be pretty bad too.
It's like the Lufthansa. What is it in Goodfellas? The Lufthansa.
Are you getting smart with me? Are you getting smart with me? It's in my mother's name.
That's my friend said that they think they know who did it. They don't even know where.
They didn't catch the guys yet, right?
No, but it's weird. There's always blabbermouth, or they always do something stupid.
They found an abandoned car a few miles away, but they didn't. Maybe it'd be like Joey Cole.
I had asked him about that. People getting their car stolen, I go, I think they go right to chop shops. There's no majority of them. They're using other crimes. They'll park that. They'll use that for the crime.
And then drop it. Yeah.
Yeah, I had my car stolen one time 30 years ago, right in front of my house. But that's another sad story. But yeah, armed car robbery.
Was it your red 4-door Grand Am
No,
the truck ran over?
It was
What's the one the truck ran over?
Oh, that was back in the 80s. That was like 86, 87. What car was that? I had a Ford.
Would you park it at the truck rally?
No, I stupidly got too close to this truck, and he was making a right turn. You know, you're not supposed to pull up.
Yeah.
And I had to bail out of the car when the truck was coming.
Oh, you were in the car.
You had to hop across the front seat. You got the passenger door.
It was one of, thank God it was bench seats back then. They were slide and jump out of the car. But the guy stopped, and I get up off the ground, and my car's driving down the street by itself, and I had to chase after my car and jump.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
I forgot about that was back in the drinking days. I was actually sober that day, though. Luckily, I was sober. But the other thing in my neighborhood, did you see the Channel 6 did a big story on a rat infestation in Mayfair? Rat infestation in Mayfair. Not far from me, and they interviewed all. I haven't seen any rats on my street, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. They probably want to stay away from my street. Even rats won't come to my street.
His neighbor has the row house, but has driveways behind him.
Yeah,
showed rats doing like conga lines, and the mummers strut.
That was actually a few blocks away from me. I'm sort of. I mean, the Mayfair. I used to be considered Mayfair more. Maybe it's Tacony where I am. I don't know what fuck neighborhood I'm in. But it's. Yeah, rats and an armored car robbery in the last 2 weeks. So we're doing good up here in my neighborhood. We're rolling in my neighborhood.
Why is there, where is the infestation? Is it like at a specific, it's just in a house or?
No, it was this whole neighborhood where apparently they were saying that somebody was leaving. Didn't somebody putting trash out or?
It's just they get the trash.
Yeah, but it was unbelievable the footage they had of these rats. They were like the rats were just taking over the neighborhood. I mean, they were just freely running, not trying to sometimes they were rats scurrying. These rats were right out in the open, like they were having a barbecue. And
they're wearing like Hawaiian shirts.
Exactly.
They interviewed a guy. He's like, not mine.
Yeah. One rat had
a big inflatable one out front.
One rat had a Flyers jersey on. Just get into it. I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah. But that's my neighborhood in the last 2 weeks.
One's carrying a Brinks bag.
Yeah, exactly.
They robbed. The rats are real. They get real. They don't care. They'll run over your feet and stuff like that.
They don't have manners. You're saying the rats don't have. They don't practice the Marcus of Queensberg rules when they're fighting somebody.
One of the most fun times I ever had in my life. My friend used to have they were called Quick Way. There was green dumpsters behind restaurants. They threw the trash in. Well, they would pick them up and dump them down off Bridge Street. One of the most fun times I ever had in my life. And I'm not a gun guy. I don't have any guns. My friend had 22 rifles, and we went down to this. Track. What do you call it? Junk.
It was like Keith Richards shooting rats with a gun.
We were up in
target practice.
We're up in the tower with the crane, and we were sitting there. It was on a Sunday, and we're way back. You couldn't hear the 22. We sat there we ran out of bullets. You go and you shoot, and you're just shooting rats all day long. It was so much freaking fun.
There you go.
And erotic.
It sounds like you're still getting a hard on over it. But, so I was talking about the Shemp book I read. Right now, I at the library, I picked up the Steve McQueen biography. And I thought, I like Steve McQueen. This would be great. According to this guy who wrote this book, and I don't believe it, Steve McQueen was having gay sex with every Hollywood star and everybody in Hollywood. James Dean, Marlon Brando, Paul Newman, Rock Hudson, George Papard, Montgomery Clift. It was. I think the guy who wrote it is queen, is gay, and this is fan fiction. I'm not buying it. I thought it was going to be a Steve McQueen biography. Every page is gay sex. It's like something I would have picked up at a dirty bookstore in Greenwich Village.
There was a guy who worked at a gas station out in L.A. And he would get these trysts for secretly closeted actors and actresses. And he only died like a year ago, but he wrote all about it. He was a queen, but he had a gas station. But I got the book. I only got it because it was like cheap. But I didn't read it. I didn't read it yet. But
only 90% of the part why you got it was the gay part.
It has a recipe in the back.
Banana bread.
But everything Eddie said,
it
says. He goes, the whole town's full of them.
Well, and I think, like you said too, it's like everybody's just on drugs and high, and they just went for it.
But according to this book, I don't know how much to believe in it. But I mean, they barely mentioned The Great Escape or some of his movies. It's all gay sex.
I always thought too, is neat about. I always thought Steve McQueen looked like Frank Sinatra.
Yeah,
just a different brownish hair, and that was always neat in the Towering Inferno with the titles. He was in with Paul Newman.
Well, according to this book, him and Frank Sinatra were buddies, and he had to hide it from Frank Sinatra that he was having gay sex because Sinatra wouldn't have went for that. Sinatra went for any gay sex.
Beat him out of it,
so
yeah.
he had to hide the fact that he was having gay sex from
I don't want
Sinatra.
that hot dog wars.
But another guy supposedly he was fucking was Peter Lawford. Another guy that McQueen was supposedly fucking.
Speaking of pack of rats.
Yeah. Oh man.
But it's ridiculous. I mean, the whole fucking book is gay sex.
Oh, that's crazy. I just saw a thing on TV. The car from the movie Bullet, the '67 Mustang Fastback. It's green. It's a really neat looking car.
Yeah.
There was a couple, but there's two of them. And then one guy got the car that Steve McQueen drove, and he just sold it at that auto auction for a couple $1 million. But it came along with the car was Steve McQueen wrote letters to the guy. I want that car. I'll buy it. Whatever you tell me I want it. And the guy wanted it. And then they found a stunt car in Mexico, and they're restoring it now. But it's this Steve McQueen. You're younger than us, but he could act too. He was him, Charles Bronson, Dirty Harry, and stuff. They were the.
So I know he was Bullet in The Great Escape.
Yes.
What else?
The Thomas Crown Affair.
Okay. What's the Getaway?
Getaway, Papillon, Magnificent Seven.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Oh, we know that was Roger Rabbit.
Hell is for Heroes.
I'm not gonna say because it's a long story.
Yeah.
Chip met Roger Rabbit.
Oh, that's right.
Chip met, you met Roger Rabbit?
I met Roger Rabbit.
How did this happen?
When I was
Petco.
12 years old. What was his name?
Charles Fleischer?
Charles Fleischer.
Carvelli.
Yeah, my brother won the Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Award sweepstakes in 1989. They flew my family out. My brother and I were on a Double Dare thing at the Kids' Choice Awards for Nickelodeon. And so they're taking my brother around backstage, meeting all these D-list celebrities. One of them, which was Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yes.
And they just threw me in this dressing room because they realized they didn't need the brother. They just wanted the winner. And so they just threw me in this dressing room, which was a closet. But it had one of those mirrors with the lights on.
Wow.
And everything. But it's this tiny little room.
This is in Los Angeles?
Yes, this is in Universal Studios in LA. And I'm just like sitting there in this closet. And I think they left me there. It was like 20 minutes. And all of a sudden the door flies open and it's Charles Fleischer. And he just goes, he's like, hey, buddy. And he's like, then he just looks in the mirror for like 5 minutes. He's like, and then he just runs out. And it was
wow.
It was the most scared I've ever been in my life.
Charles Fleischer.
He's a kook. He reminds me of
Is he still alive?
Yeah,
Charles
yeah.
Fleischer?
He reminds me of
What
Terry
did you say,
Gillespie.
Carvalho? What was he? What was that?
On Welcome Back, Kotter.
He was on Welcome Back, Kotter?
The Sweat Hogs had enemies, and it was Carvelli and Murray, and it was played by Charles Fleischer.
Yeah.
And it could be, hey, Sweat Hogs, I'm gonna beat your faces. And his sidekick would go, yeah, he says to beat your face. He goes, enough, Mary. But,
wow, I don't remember that at all.
He's a kooky,
Charles
unusual
Fleischer.
guy, and he's a performance artist, more like when Kramer went crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's like crazy, but
Kramer went crazy. There's a reference. But that's funny. They flew your whole family out to Los Angeles.
Yeah,
because
they
your
flew
brother
six of us out. Yeah, it was me and my brother, my parents, and my cousin and my grandma. And
Wow.
They flew us out. We had a limo for the week. We were on there. Actually, this is kind of fun. It just so happened. So the one night we had the limo take us down to like Hollywood Boulevard to like go see the thing, whatever. And he's like, oh, our limo driver for the week, his name was Benny Hill. His name was Benny Hill. And he took us, he's like, oh, there's a premiere at Grumman's Chinese Theater. I'm going to do something cool. He's like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up in front, open the door, just walk down the red carpet, and then make a right at the next block, and I'll pick you up there. So there's all these people out there. It just so happens it was for the '89 Batman, the Michael Keaton Batman.
Oh, that's funny.
For the premiere, and we walk out, and everybody's taking our picture because they haven't seen the movie yet, so they think we're like in the movie.
Did you see Kim Basinger made that all?
I didn't see any. I didn't
that
notice
would've been
anybody.
awesome.
Yeah, but we went around the corner, and then he took us
That's cool.
to. When you have a limo, you can kind of do whatever you want. Just like Larry's kids or whatever.
Yeah.
But he took us into the Hollywood Bowl. There was nothing going on at the Hollywood Bowl, and we got to run around the Hollywood Bowl.
it's right around the corner.
Benny Hill
sort of.
was the Benny Hill chasing your mom and grandma around at the dinner?
And then rips her bras.
Yeah.
Benny Hill. Oh, that's funny. You should have led with that with the stupid topics I had. You should have led with going to
I
Los
met a guy
Angeles.
named Benny Hill.
Benny Hill and Double Dare. Wow, that sounds like a week.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel!
I got a whole Mr. Belvedere story. I'll save for next time.
Wow. You know the whole story about Mr. Belvedere. right?
He
When
knows it.
Oh yeah.
He had to go to the hospital. Because
Yep.
he-
They had to cancel production for the week.
That's
And
the
I always love, if you ever read about it, there's always different versions of who knows. Oh, no, he definitely did. He sat on his
Yeah.
testicles. But another one say he was at the Thanksgiving Day
The
parade.
parade, and he was like
Twisted.
standing up in a a convertible. And it was him and Wesley, and he was standing up, and the car just sort of took off, and he like fell back and just sat on his balls.
Wesley.
So there's different versions of the story.
Doug Benson, who was a young actor and comedian back then, he was roommates with Rob Stone, who played the older brother on Mr. Belvedere.
Oh, really?
And apparently Rob Stone came home and was like, hey, production's canceled for the week. He's like, Mr. Belvedere sat on his balls. Yeah.
Wow.
No, I never knew, and I didn't know Mr. Belvedere wasn't married to a lady.
Yes.
Bennigans.
Yes.
He was in The Producers.
Yeah.
Who was Mr. Belvedere?
Chris Hewitt.
He's the flaming guy that they go visit. There's a guy. There's a gay dresser,
Oh,
but
that's
he's the
him?
actor.
That's Christopher Hewitt. Yeah, he was
I
like,
never knew it was him.
I didn't realize that either. Of course, I've seen The Producers a million times.
He was flamingly gay.
And Mr. Belvedere was a book, I think, that was written back in like the 40s.
Oh, yeah.
And then they made
did
like
they make a
3
movie?
different pilots. I think there was a few movies back
Was
in
it
the 40s.
Clifton Webb one?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, it was Clifton Webb. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they did like 3 pilots throughout the 50s and 60s, and they never took.
Well, Bob Uecker
And
was
then
on
they
it.
got Uecker,
Bob Uecker.
yeah.
Well, supposedly he went back and told some of his friends after like the first season, I don't know what I'm doing with this guy. He's on the Hershey Highway, this guy.
That's the only
Sounds
I
like
ever watched that show was for Bob Uecker.
Yeah.
He's a guy who's one of the funniest people ever lived, and he wasn't a comedian.
Yeah.
Uecker was so funny.
That story
You
he tells
kidding?
at someone's Hall of Fame induction.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, I know what it's like to not have fun with sports. One time our neighbor gave us a football. No matter how many times we tried, my father would pass it, it wouldn't go. I'd try and toss it, it wouldn't go. I'd try to kick it, it wouldn't go. Finally, a neighbor came over and he put air in it.
When he got inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, his acceptance speech is hilarious.
He's
absolutely hilarious.
Carson loved him.
Oh yeah, he was going Carson and Letterman.
The second WrestleMania when Hulk Hogan body slams Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
Well, Bob Uecker was the announcer.
Who was the announcer? Yeah.
There's a famous picture of Andre yelling at him, strangling him. And Bob Uecker's like, ah.
Well, when Michael Jordan was trying to play baseball, and Bob Uecker was on Letterman, he said, these pitchers are so good. I don't care if he's up there. Eventually, they're going to hit his bat. They're going to hit his bat. They're so good.
We'll take 1 second.
Go ahead.
Chip has one of my favorite jokes about Michael Jordan.
Go ahead.
How he wished to be like him when he was a kid.
Oh yeah.
It is. It's better than what I got.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be just like Michael Jordan, not because I like basketball that much. I just wanted somebody to murder my father.
Did you ever do that joke in front of your father?
Yeah. Yes, I did. Yeah. As a matter of fact,
That must have been a nice night. So, anybody see the Michael Jackson movie yet?
No. I've seen the Wiz. Are you talking about the Wiz? I've seen the Wiz.
Kids under 13 get in free. I don't know if that's definitely true or not, but I mean,
Captain EO Part 2.
I don't know if I would.
No desire to see it.
Any desire to see this thing? His nephew, what was it? Jermaine's son is playing him. One of
his nephew.
Yeah, the nephew is playing him. I would have no desire to see. All these movies are the same. All these
bio movies.
Yeah, they're all the same.
This is
rise,
so weird.
The fall, the comeback.
Well, and the thing is too, it's like those used to be really good, and I'll take a good like made-for-TV movie from the 80s or 90s. And you can watch most of those on YouTube.
Right.
Those are great because they're so terrible. But the thing with these movies, these biopics, over the last like 10 years, documentaries have become so popular and so good.
The Wrecking Crew and stuff.
So it's like, why not just watch a documentary rather
absolutely,
than...
absolutely.
Chip, I swear to God, that's what I said. My sister grew up when Queen was really popular, and she went to see a Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
But I'm watching. The guy who plays him, Rami Malek, he's not a likable person, but he liked the music. So I go, I said, why don't you do what you say? Go buy greatest hits, watch the videos.
I got bad news for you. Freddie Mercury wasn't a likable person either. He
He
wasn't the most Mr. Congeniality either. So maybe it's a good idea.
Jersey Boys, the guy who plays Frankie Valli, he's a dick. He's
Really?
not likable
Jersey
at all.
Boys, but that's the guy from the thing. I actually like that. I mean, Clint Eastwood directed it, but I like. But the best of those music biographies, again, Clint Eastwood, Bird.
Oh, yeah,
about
very good.
Charlie Parker, the jazz musician.
Oh, no, I know
Forrest Whitaker plays him, and it's really
that's
good.
gotta be-
And Clint
yeah.
Eastwood directs it. Yeah, that was really good.
This is going to sound weird. Like he won the Academy Award for it when Jamie Foxx played Ray.
Yeah,
Ray
I
Charles,
didn't
right?
see that. Yeah.
But I watch it, and it looked like an impression show. I don't know how you say. What do you judge when you watch a bio movie?
Yeah.
Oh, he looks just like him, but he was like dead on. It was too much. Like
Yeah.
It's
You
weird.
want like a little take. My favorite documentary is about my favorite band of all time, Eddie and the Cruisers.
Oh, that was fantastic. Eddie and the Cruisers.
And they filmed part of it in the area.
Yeah.
And
Meredith from The Office. What's her name?
Kate Flannery.
Kate Flannery. She's an extra she's in like the front row for one of the performances.
It was actually a good one. Was at Cadillac Records. That was.
that was
pretty
after
good.
the soundtrack.
What's that? What's Cadillac Records?
That's about the old chess records.
Oh,
how they used
yeah.
to give them Cadillacs.
I gotta check that out.
It was
Yeah.
like Muddy Waters.
It's good. Ada May. What's her name? They sang.
I would definitely check that.
Yeah,
That was
really
really
good.
good.
Standing in the Shadows of Motown. It's a great
that was a
documentary.
great documentary.
By the Funk Brothers.
How cheap that fucking Barry Gordy was.
My
He had him in
God.
that little house.
Yeah, it was like dirt floor. Yeah.
Is it Barry Gordy or the other guy? No, it's Barry Gordy. His son is Rockwell.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, I just sent the tape in. Then it was me. I sent it as anonymous. Like,
Yeah.
really? Come on. Your dad owns...
I didn't realize his son was Rockwell.
Yeah.
Or maybe I
I
heard
hate
that
that
and forgot.
song.
But talk about movies. They're saying in New York City they're soon approaching a $50 movie ticket. Did you read
Yeah, I heard
$50
that.
movie ticket? Who would? Maybe if Phoebe Cates came to my house
Yeah.
and reenacted that scene,
Yeah.
maybe I'd pay $50. But otherwise, I
That's
can't
true.
imagine paying $50 for any movie. What
yeah.
movie could possibly?
I've done that by mistake. Like you go see a Marvel movie. It's a hot summer day. You just want eye candy. You want keys shaking in front of you, right? So
Yeah.
you're watching a Marvel movie. Well, actually, a couple times I actually bought IMAX tickets. It was like
yeah.
$28.
Yeah.
Hand favors.
Who would? Fuck that.
Yeah, no,
Marvel.
I can't. I could. I barely go to the movies anymore.
No,
I
can't.
do
I'm
it.
trying to think. That I did go see. What did I see? Last year, one battle after another.
Okay.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great, but I don't know.
You're supposed to sit around and see a Marvel movie because at the end there's always a secret scene at the end of the
Oh,
movie.
yeah, fascinating, yeah.
As a joke, I posted. So I'm waiting around. Next thing you know, there's a scene, but it was 2 hours long, and it was just like the first movie. Nothing new here. But
These Marvel movies, they ought to be arrested. They're ripping people
That's-
off. They're just putting out this same crap.
and they killed Robert Downey Jr. in the last.
Oh, no.
Well, he's coming back as Doctor Doom.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
And they're going, how do you explain that? Like nerds.
I've never seen any. I've seen the Dark Knight movies, and I saw the first Spider-Man movie. Like
Yeah, that was
as
pretty
far as
good.
like all the.
The-
I'm not in like the.
The
comic book
three
movies at all.
Christopher Nolan
Oh,
Batman
great.
movies
Yeah.
were really good. To me, that's I don't need to see any more superhero movies.
He's right.
Those three were
And-
so good. That's it.
And it was neat because like that, those movies, he existed in a real world. Like he had, I'll save you and fly.
Yeah.
It was just people who were nuts who were criminals, but like
yeah,
not
that
well
was great.
acted.
And
I
I'm
am excited.
done.
I heard Benedict Cumberbatch is doing Underdog, so that should be a lot of fun.
I think he might not be married too. John. I'm not
with
sure.
that name.
But you have to investigate that in your next expose whether he's
God,
married or
who's the
not.
other actor?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
who's
So-
the other? Who's the actor who played Magneto?
Dabney Coleman.
No.
Magneto. You mean the old guy?
No, it's a British, the younger version.
Oh, I don't know.
He was a British actor who was real hot for a while. Oh.
I hopefully don't know. Did you guys hear about this? The thing that happened at the Flyers game, the hat trick challenge, where you're supposed to try to eat 3 cheesesteaks, 3 orders of fries, and 3 beverages.
She's
Hat
heard of it.
trick.
She heard of it.
Who would want to do that?
Oh man. Fatso McGillicuddy from down by the docks.
So wait, it's 3 cheesesteaks.
3 orders of fries and 3 beverages.
No.
It's called the Kensington Clogger.
Exactly. Bingo.
Well, we used to do I didn't do it because I was never a big eater, but my friends, we would go to Phillies games and you do the 9 and 9 challenge, and it
Oh, right. 9 hot dogs and 9 innings, right?
9 hot dogs and 9 beers
Right.
in 9
man.
innings.
Oh, my.
But the thing was, you had to do it. You had to do 1 per inning. You couldn't just have I'm gonna have 2 hot dogs and then wait
And then,
an hour.
you can sue like the woman that
Exactly,
on the
yeah,
cruise ship.
yeah.
How long before somebody sues? I guarantee it. Some lawyer's already going down, or some ambulance chaser's already down there.
Chip had mentioned earlier, Get a Life. There was an episode Chris Elliott confronts a gang of kids.
Yes.
And I guess it was hot dogs or something. They beat him up, right? And he comes home and he goes, tells his mom. She goes, "What happened to you?" She goes, "You have a black eye." He goes, "Yeah." And he goes, somehow he said he has a hot dog in him. And he goes, "But I didn't eat it." It's just very funny.
Chris Elliott, he was a funny fucking guy. Jeez, did you watch Schitt's Creek? That Schitt's Creek was great, man.
He's so funny in it.
Schitt's
Yeah.
Creek, three legends: Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara, and him. And
Yeah.
usually, sometimes when they put those legends together, it doesn't work, but it worked on that
Man,
show.
it worked with those guys.
Schitt's Creek was great.
One of the best.
But we did about an hour, didn't we, Jim? Just about an hour. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Chip, I hope you fire your agent 3 times on this awful podcast.
Yeah, this is it. I think I'm a regular now.
John, I saved you money because you would have went to a Marvel movie tonight. If
Yes.
I actually saved you some money, so you should be grateful that I brought you here instead. But So that was, any plugs? Chip, give me plugs. Give me plugs for what you got coming up.
I'm going to be at Wisecrackers Comedy Club in Wilkes-Barre this weekend. And
Nice.
Find my comedy special, Move Closer, on YouTube.
Move closer, John. Go ahead.
July 24th and 25th, I'll be at Kazi's in Newport News, Virginia, with Mike Stankiewicz. And
Anything
no,
from now till then? That's
I got
July.
wineries and stuff. I got wineries and shit, but I also have a podcast. Jim, we got to do something this soon.
Cancel culture.
Cancel
Mr.
culture.
John's and Chip's podcast. Sunburn.
Sunburn Podcast.
Sunburn podcast.
Yes.
Make sure you play. And as for me and my boring career, May 7th, Bonesaw Brewing in Glassboro, New Jersey. May 30th, Harvest Ridge Winery in Tuckahammon, Pennsylvania. June 26th, the Milton Theater, Milton, Delaware. And July 4th, I don't know if you guys are part of this. I'm doing this thing that Peggy O'Leary does, 51st jokes at the Punchline.
Okay, yeah.
July 3rd.
I think I'm on that.
Okay.
I'm doing it July 1st. I'm a different show there, but yeah.
So were you at the Punchline July 1st?
First, yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's supposed to be a fun show that Peggy runs. I'm looking forward to it. So come to any of those shows, Chip shows, John shows.
And I'll be at John's surprise birthday party at Family Court on Friday.
Listen, thanks, folks. We'll see you in the next dumb episode. Thanks a lot.
It's America's Stupidest Podcast. Think NPR for dummies. This is the McGonigal Podcast.